Hey, Al. What's up? My friends, this show comes to you each and every Monday through Friday from the Baldwin Ace Hardware Fear Bunker Studio. It is the 29th of April. My gosh, the Eric Zane Show podcast begins right now, in theory. Jeez, it's been a while since I've done this. I'm going to start that whole thing over again. Cringeworthy. The Eric Zane Show podcast begins now.
Here we go. Hey, it's Blind Tony. And you know what? If I'm not reading Braille or teaching in the office or walking into the ladies' restroom by accident, I'm usually listening to the Eric Zane Show podcast. Here's your host, Eric Zane.
Thank you, Tony. A couple things come to mind with that. Thank you, Tony. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Tony weighed in on one of my videos the other day. I forgot what I posted. It might have been a fight breakdown or something like that. Maybe it was, what was that last fight that I posted? They all run together because I got a new one today. I forget. But anyway, he's like, that was great. And I'm like, dude, it was the airport. Miami International Airport fight. That was great. And I'm like, Tony, you can't even see a little bit. I mean, Helen Keller would look at you and say, that guy's, I can see better than he can. So it might have been just tongue in cheek, you know. Tony got a new fake eye the other day. He was bragging about that. He just put the new one in and said, "Hey, everybody, look at my new eye." And I was like, "Well, why? Is this like you got to save up cash for the second one? Do they not sell them in pairs? Do they? What's so many questions? So many questions. If you could, if the next time you post something like that, can you also like be looking down the road and answer the questions that you know this is going to spur when we see that you've gotten the one eye jammed in there, the one new eye, I guess. Welcome into the show, folks. I have one more thing. What was it? Damn it! I'm not focusing here, and my brain is wandering. It was something related to Tony. Oh God! You'd think I like smoked pot or something like that before I started this show. Oh, I know what it was. Tony said in that intro, when I'm not walking into the ladies' bathroom, that brings to mind one of those good moments that I had when I was working with Greg and Chris and Joe. And we had spent a couple of days in Albany, New York. And then it was a market visit. And so typically on the day to leave, it's usually a Saturday, we have to get up very early and then get to the airport so we can all get back and enjoy our lives, enjoy the rest of our weekend. So that was the case. And we get to the airport in Albany very, very early. And as it unfolds, Joe, he usually would just kind of wait to the very last second to wake up, throw his shit in a bag, and then meet us out front then we get a ride to the airport. Well, that was the case. So he was kind of like a little flustered and had his coffee. And Eric, Greg, Chris are walking through, and Joe says, "Hey, I got to use the restroom." And so we were waiting in line at a McDonald's. And then out of the corner of my eye, I see Joe probably 30 yards away come like around a corner, and he's looking really weird and strange and all. His brain is fried, and so I've seen that look before, and I'm like, "Hey, what going on?" He goes, "You won't believe this shit." It turns out he had to go number 2, and he ran into the bathroom, and he's like, "Oh God," it was like Dumb and Dumber is a big one, He's like sits down, he's like, "Oh, thank God oh Jesus." And then he's sitting there, and like when somebody comes walking into the bathroom And if there's no one else in there, you're like, oh shit, somebody's in here. I hate this. And sure enough, the person, I don't know if there was only 2 stalls, but the person takes a seat right next to Joe. And Joe is sitting there, and you know how you always kind of look at the feet to see what's up, maybe for example, if you're in there and someone's getting ready to leave, you want to make sure that they've left before you really cut loose. You might look underneath. Well, he can see the person next to him's feet, this person sits down. I might have just tipped off my story there. And Joe, it dawns on him. He's like, my God, those are very dainty looking feet in those sandals with flowers and prints on them. And oh my God, those are a women's, those are the feet of a woman. Joe's in the fucking women's bathroom. Oh my God, taking a dump. And he's like, oh. So he's wearing his flip-flops and his feet are gnarly and hairy. So he's like shimmying his feet to the one side so that she doesn't have a realization that there's a dude next to her taking a dump. And he's like screwed. Oh my God. And as it goes, she ended up walking out of there, and then he's like, okay, time to go. He gets done, gets the hell out as quickly as possible, completely brain fried. And when I actually saw him, I go, hey, Joe, what's going on? He goes, you won't believe it. I was just taking a dump in the women's bathroom. Oh, my God. He went into the women's bathroom, plopped down, and had no idea that he was in it the entire time. I think a lot of us have done that at one point in time. Walked in. It's always a dead giveaway, though, when you walk in there and there's no urinals. You're like, what? Oh, no. Turn around, get the hell out of there. Because, if you walk in there and there's someone in a state of undress, I think you're going to jail. I don't know if there's a way out of that. Oh, my gosh. So welcome in to each and every one of you. This show, of course, as I said, Monday through Friday, where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures. And we're going to start off with a ridiculous personal adventure in just a second here. But let me first of all tell you that there's several ways to kind of get this show. You can either get it, recorded on audio wherever you download podcasts. If you could, on Apple Podcasts, throw a 5-star review at me and give me a review or whatever star review. I shouldn't even tell you what to put down. Just subscribe to the channel on Apple Podcasts, rate it and review it, or wherever you download the show. If they have the ability to review it, if you'd throw one at me, that would be very, very nice. I appreciate that. Facebook.com/Eric Zane fan page for the live element and the video element right now. Facebook is brought to you by Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, and EV. Share it, like it, all that fun stuff. A Periscope video on Twitter. If you could retweet it with a snarky comment, that is awesome. I appreciate that. If you've been doing it, please keep doing it. If you don't do it, please do it. Periscope video brought to you by Blue Frost IT. And then on YouTube, the almighty YouTube, search Eric Zane Show on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. Bell notification. Thumbs up button. Off you go. If you ever want to send me an email, eric@ericzaneshow.com. On the Shoreliners striping inbox. Now, side note. I was driving down the road in a limousine doing limo work yesterday, and I have a couple of limo stories. This is one of them. It's a very, very short job. And when I was done, I was driving back to the garage. And I see the Shoreliners striping truck and trailer. Somebody is driving the truck and the trailer, which has the striping machine in it, to stripe parking lots. And I'm like, oh, my God, well, I know that logo. It's one of my clients, for God's sake. I wonder if that's my boy Tim Mayer. Tim is he's the man behind Shoreliner striping, and he is, of course, an American Hockey League referee. He does both these gigs, and so I see Tim all the time at the rink, and so he doesn't know I'm there. He doesn't even know I drive limo. So I grab, hey Siri, text Tim Mayer. And so I did that. I go, hey, are you driving on southbound 131? And is there a limo near you? And then he writes back, yes. And I go, and I'm just ahead of him now. And I go, that's me. And then all of a sudden I see lights flash and he's blaring the horn. He passes, hey, what's going on? And then he calls me. He goes, what are you doing driving a limousine? I was like, this is my side action, man. What? Come on, this is the hustle. So we had a good chat. It was just funny to see him. And that was after a bizarre-ass day, which I'll get to in just a quick second. Don't forget, though, Instagram is brought to you by Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage. I've been jacked with hockey, so I haven't been able to do Instagram instant trivia, but it's either AA meetings or hockey. But I'm rethinking the whole thing. I still owe MB Distributing more weeks of Instagram instant trivia where you can win a brand new $10 bill. But I've been really, really screwed on time. And I got another hockey game tonight. It's just been one thing after another. But as I've indicated to you many, many times, limo work quite often leads to, I just talked about this yesterday, these crazy-ass stories that take place. And I've got a long day scheduled for Saturday. I'm talking like a noonish to like 1 a.m.ish, that long of a day. I've got 2 different things I need to do. And so I get excited about these things because I'm kind of like, oh boy, where is this one going to take us, man? This is going to be fantastic. All that activity, interacting with these people. It's really a great job. I'm very lucky to have it. But yesterday was a real simple one, okay? You just get the car, and now I find out that it is a birthday party. And we're talking a very, very young school-age girl birthday party. And I get to the house, and what we're going to do is we're going to pick up about a dozen, like I'm guessing 6th graders from school. And I go to the house, and mom is there, and dad is there, and they've got the house all decorated. And the plan is we're going to go to the school and pick the kid up with all the friends. And so she's like, she's like, well, all this planning. So she wants to make sure it's all executed perfectly. And then she no doubt thinks, oh no, because I get out of the vehicle to say hello to this nice lady, and I've got my mask. I double up on the masks. I've got 2 masks on. And so I get out, and she goes, do we need to wear masks? Like that. And now it's at this point that even if they had to, even if that was a rule, and I think technically it is, but not in my car. I'm not gonna make the customer do that. And I go, no, just me. I'm just wearing this. If I had said, yep, you're wearing one, lady, okay, she would have beat the hell out of me right there. I could tell that was going to be a problem. So I sidestepped that. Okay, great. I help her decorate the inside of the car, and then off we go. We pick up another mom. We got 2 moms now, and they're just like, this has got to work out perfectly. Take the car over to where the kids are going to get picked up, and then they come around the corner. This army of kids, and I heard from one of the moms that the dads don't even want any part of this because they can't handle this amount of kids. And I go, well, you don't have anything to worry about. I grew up with daughters, so this is no big deal. I've had many birthday parties with a bunch of young girls, school-age girls. I can handle this. So I'll get you where you need to get to safely. No problem. These kids pile in, man. And so, what's great about this is I'm reasonably certain that I don't have to worry about any nasty music. Okay. Can you just imagine if while we're driving down the road, they start playing that Cardi B song, WAP? I mean, these are young kids. Every time it's like 18 and up, it's always like the worst, grossest music. So damn embarrassing. And it happened the last time, this past weekend. I was like, come on, guys. That song by Please or whatever it was, Hypnotize. It was nasty. It's horrible. So, okay, they're listening to, what's that one song that you hear? Is it from the Is it Trolls? Yeah, it's the Trolls soundtrack that the Justin Timberlake dance, 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 dance. Can't fight this feeling. That's a very wholesome, fun song, you know. So they're listening to that on repeat, and my job now is to just ferry these kids about, drive through downtown. They got an hour of time, no big deal. Kids just having a ball. They're listening to the Justin Timberlake. I'm getting them to where they need to go. We're just going to go to the downtown area, very, very, very nice downtown Grand Rapids, and just kind of tool around slowly in this gigantic limousine, and then take them home. And then the party's going to start in earnest. I've got a trunk full of kids' book bags and the presents. All the kids, by the way, the mom was very, very proud of them because nobody spilled the beans. You know, I mean, you ask a kid to keep a secret. They can't keep a secret to save their lives. But all of these kids, they were able to keep the secret. So the one kid she's over the moon, and I let him in the car, and they're listening to Justin Timberlake, and off we go. And then, as true to form, shit always happens to me. How many times have I sat down with you and said, this shit always happens to me? I'm always the first there. I'm always I always am the most involved. I'm at a light, and there's several cars in front of me at the light. So I'm like 7 cars back, and I'm waiting. And there's a smallish SUV in front of me. And this is the craziest shit in the world. Okay, this is not, and I'm not. There's no hyperbole here. This is an unbelievable story that probably, if it were just a little bit worse, it would have been on the news. And it all happened in front of my eyes. Now, kids, Justin Timberlake, mom, me, mask. This car suddenly, I don't know how it missed the car in front of it, but it's not moving. And then suddenly, it looked like that. You ever see the movie World War Z, where at the very beginning of that film with Brad Pitt, they're just driving in the city, and then all of a sudden everybody starts crashing because they're all turning into zombies. You remember that? That was a terrifying movie, by the way. And the zombies in that film, those were not slow moving zombies. If you're going to make a zombie movie, that's the zombie movie you want to see. That was a great freaking movie, World War Z. That was terrifying to me. That scene when they climbed over that wall in Jerusalem, oh, they're attracted by sound. Whew. In that film, everybody just starts crashing into shit while they're driving down the street, and other people are just running. The zombies are biting people. That's what this was like, because whoever's driving the car suddenly just stomps on the gas, but immediately the wheels are turned all the way to the right. So whoever's driving it is not hitting the vehicle in front of them, but is now as fast as lightning, just stomping on the gas, goes flying up the curb. The car actually is airborne, is in the air. I watched the car. 4 tires are now in air. Comes down on this corner house front lawn. It's got about 25 feet of grass, and then house goes right up this little hill of the house and drives right into the living room of this house. Up on the porch, wheels still spinning like crazy. Okay, like the gas is still down. Bricks, the front door is in the house. Bricks are falling onto the car. The roof sags. This car's in the house. And I'm going, what the fuck? So I pull it over. I got a 14-passenger Lincoln, a 30-foot limousine. Not exactly the easiest thing to pull over, but I pull that shit over, and I look to the back, and Mom, the dance, that I can't fight the feeling. All the kids are like, yeah, dance. And I point to the mom, and she's like, what? I was Justin Timberlake. What the fuck is going on? Oh, my God, look at that. There's a car in the house. Like a son of a bitch, man. I throw open the driver's side door, and there I am in my gay magician outfit, running up this hill, and I'm thinking, okay, I at this point, all I can picture is I'm Ken Schrader All right. And in the car is going to be Earnhardt. And I'm like, oh boy, this is it. This is a big one. You got it always happens. I'm always in the middle of these damn things. How many times have we gone down this road where I am involved in it? So I go running up and I look inside and there's a little old lady who is just sitting there. Like if you can see this, you can't if you're listening to the audio podcast, but she's just looking around. Motor's like, and I knock on the glass, and she looks at me like, "Oh, hi," and I rolled down. She rolls down the window. I go, "Hi, ma'am. How are you? Are you okay?" She goes, "Yeah." I go, "Can you get your foot off the gas?" "Oh, okay." And so she's at least 120 years old. I go, yeah, you, and she's like, "Is there any damage?" "I don't think there's any damage." And I'm like, "Is there any damage? You're in the living room of the house." And so right away I'm like, okay, she appears like she's okay, but she's kind of scattered, and I wonder if anybody is in the house dead. I mean, this is serious shit. So at this point, people are now pulling over. This all happens very fast. And I'm the first one there, and I say, open the car, and I go, okay. I go, "What's your name?" She tells me her name. I go, let's get out of the car, ma'am." She goes, "Oh, okay." All matter of fact like that. And I go, and so I don't want to ask her questions yet because she's in the car, and I don't know if the fucking thing's going to blow up or what. So I go, takes off her seatbelt, and I go, "Come on, let's get out of the car." I go, "There's a chair right over here. Let's go sit down. This house is like a swing." I go, "Let's go sit in the swing, ma'am." "Oh, okay." So I think she did the old, I mean, I don't know if there was a medical thing or she did stompy on the gas instead of the brake or what. Maybe. I mean, that happens. Oh, boy. She sits down and everybody's like, "Is she okay?" And I go, I think so. I think so. And then all of a sudden somebody comes walking out of the house, and it's the person who lives there. I go, "Is this your house?" She goes, "Well, yeah." And I go, are you okay?" She goes, "Yeah." So everybody's in shock a little. It's one of those things, you know? And so somebody calls the cops or whatever, and then she's fine. I go, do you have a phone? Do you have I go, is there a mister? And she goes, "Yes." I go, "Okay, well, let's call him. Okay, let's give him a call, and maybe we can start the process of coming to get you, and he's probably going to want to see you." So you can imagine that phone call. "Honey, yeah, you're not going to believe what just happened." "Yeah, what is it this time?" "Well, this house just jumped right in front of the car. Couldn't believe it. I was just sitting there driving down the road, and all of a sudden there's a house in front of me. I don't know how it got there, but I think it's new." So, I mean, this guy's like, "Oh, fuck, here we go." So I kind of got the hell out. I still had a job to do, but I got out of there. I probably spent, from the time I saw the car go airborne and smash right into this house, it was right out of a movie. That was the craziest thing in the world. And boy, did it wreck the house. Oh, it's insane to think how something really, really horrible could have happened. She could have been badly hurt. She could have run over a kid walking home from school. She could have creamed somebody in the house. Oh my God. So that was it. I guess she's okay, but they had it in hand. I said, I got to get the hell out of here. So can you believe that shit? As it all unfolded, I was like, what am I seeing here? Yeah, this all happened yesterday right in front of me as I was doing limo. Kenny says, I missed some of the story. Jason says, do you have a GoPro in the limo? No, I don't. But, you know, in this day and age, most people would have just not helped and just shot video. Oh, jeez. And Michelle adds, probably her last time driving. Yeah, that's the thing. I have it's really alarming to me to think how easy it is to keep driving when you probably shouldn't be driving. Like my dad, the idea that I had to trick him to relinquish the embellisher so that he couldn't drive anymore. Because if you've ever driven with my dad, as the dementia has worked, he shouldn't have been driving, yet he continued to. He'd like sneak out of the house with the keys. Yeah, I'm going for a ride. And so him driving, he'll be like, he'll be looking at the road, and then he'll see a blinky light on the dash, and then it's like he's not driving anymore. His eyes are off the road. I mean, it's bad. You have to grab the wheel. So, and then the old timer I saw at the doctor's office 2 days ago, the 90-year-old man. I mean, he had the reflexes of a sloth, and holy shit! I think that's a legit deal. That there should be more stringent type of looking at people who are elderly and driving a car. I mean, we live in a day and an age when old people can get anywhere with a freaking Uber, for God's sake. But my God, that was insane. Everybody's okay, though. You believe that right in front of my freaking face? Jeez. Could not wait to tell you that story. Yesterday, I found out, well, Ben says he bombed. Ben did stand-up the other day, and he announced that he has again struck out while doing stand-up. And I made it very clear to Ben. I go, look, I want you to record that shit. And the idea is, if he plays it in front of somebody who does comedy for a living, perhaps they can help him navigate the rough spots as to why it's not working. Because if you go up on stage and repeatedly you realize this stinks, I'm screwing it all up, well, you got to modify your game a little. You know, you can't, you got to work on that. So Ben is going to get me the audio from his most recent stand-up adventure at the open mic, and we are going to play that thing on Friday, and I'm going to try to get Stu McAllister in here. In fact, I should probably reach out to him right now, sight unseen, just call him up and see if he can commit to joining us on the Patreon Friday to at least just review Ben's stand-up work. So, you know, now Stu is right now delivering worms at his latest job, which I'm wondering now, it's several days since he started that, if Stu is yet getting sick and is going to already resign in the job. This will be about his fifth or sixth job since the year 2021 started. And he's, you know, as this job has progressed, he's gotten harder and harder to get a hold of. When he was delivering Dippin' Dots, it was super easy to get a hold of the guy.
I've reached the
a little bit more of a struggle now. I think he's got to, we want his hands on the road. He's about as old as a lady that crashed yesterday, so probably a good idea not to get him on. But with a little bit of luck, I'll be able to get Stu on the show when we do the Patreon, Ben and Eric Patreon bonus. Patreon, damn it, it's not bonus. The Ben and Eric Patreon podcast on Friday. And we're going to critique Ben's freaking stand-up. Okay. We got to talk about the Juicy Seafood Kickin Crab fight in Jackson, Mississippi. First of all, I just love the name. Juicy Seafood Kickin Crab. All right. You know I love to break down fights on any type of video. So this one is no exception. It looks like several families here are involved in the Juicy Seafood Kickin Crab fight. And in the YouTube video, which I'll link up, you can see, if you're listening to the audio podcast, you'll be able to click on it and watch it, and then you can kind of piece together what I'm describing to the actual video after the fact. But for those who are watching live, I am going to do a breakdown of the video so that you'll be able to see and hear what's up. Now, I don't know about here, but for sure see what's up in only the way that I like to do. So families are there, and apparently, from what I'm understanding, there was a couple of families. This is the type of place where like everybody's pulling the tables together, you know, and they're gonna crush some frickin' seafood. And the restaurant looks great. This looks like a place that I would love to hang out at. Great food, it looks like, because I love seafood. And so they got one family, which is several people, and another family, which is several people. And for one reason or another, things start to roll. And when the video starts, the women in this video, these are women who would be described 25 years ago as fat asses, but nowadays they're curvy. Here's the thing about women who look like this: they have power, a lot of power. Now, the stamina and the lung capacity might be a little low because they probably don't go out and go running. But for short bursts, you're going to get some serious strength there, okay? So in both, if you're going to go to Juicy Seafood Kickin Crab, there's you're probably going to have a few studs on your fight team. And both sides do. One of the things that stands out here is they start to like throw things at each other. First, they're throwing silverware. All right. And then finally, on the other side, the opposite end of the restaurant, a lady picks up a napkin dispenser. So we're increasing the size of the objects being thrown. She brings her arm back, and all of the napkins of one side of the napkin dispenser fly out. And then as she follows through with the throw, the other side of napkins go flying everywhere. Okay, so now the game is up. The first group that was throwing the silverware, they have now grabbed chairs, and they are swinging them. Okay? In fact, let me just get after this. Instead of doing the play-by-play and then rolling the thing, I'm just going to show you right now how it unfolded. So you've got, it goes from silverware to napkin dispenser to, the chairs. All right? Hold on a second here. I'm screwing this up. Okay, you can see that. And here we go. Look at now. One of the things you notice is there's a lot of children here. This kid's, he should be in a limousine listening to Justin Timberlake songs as some old lady crashes a car in front of him. But no, he's at Juicy Seafood Kickin Crab watching all these people fight. And look at this restaurant, by the way. You got this little decorative Jeep here on display. Maybe the animatronic band can get in there and play. I don't know. But this is what I meant about the curvy ladies. These three right here, okay? Actually, four. There's four ladies right here. And that you're looking at about 1,000 pounds of lady right there. These four. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right? And you got another little kid here. All this kid wants to do is eat some seafood. And no, she or he has to dodge flying utensils. See, they're like picking it up off the table and throwing it at this group. Okay. And then look at Mama here, another curvy lady. She's $3. She grabs the napkin dispenser. Now watch. See, all the napkins go flying, and then she throws that thing. It goes, and then, okay. This lady here, she gets the chair. Now we've got chairs. Look at this. Okay, and then this lady, she grabs a chair and charges. She does the Jon Snow. She goes running at the group, swinging the chair. Okay, by the way, a lot of people in this video are either wearing white T-shirts or white wife beaters. This guy right here behind chair Jon Snow, this white dude here with the wife beater, throws punches. He reminds me of Lamar Latrell from Revenge of the Nerds. Wait till you see this guy's limp-wristed fighting style, okay? So she comes in, and now look at, here comes Lamar Latrell. This dude's in the way. Now watch Lamar Latrell. Watch this right here. Watch these punches. Look at that. He is flailing. Look at this. Look at this guy. Hold on. I got to back that up here because there's a great spot here where you get this one dude look at the camera with a smile on his face. See this guy right here? Former lead singer of the Fat Boys? Watch this. Look at, he's like, oh shit, what's up, motherfucker? He's like, it's on, bitch. It's on. Look at, he's like, oh my God, man, and the seafood kicking crab. We're kicking ass, motherfucker. Holy shit. That is great. Then he looks back. Okay, by the way, look at this neck roll on this guy. Everybody, that's a prerequisite, I think, for a lot of the people that eat at the Juicy Seafood Kickin Crab. If you have this neck roll here, that is some serious power. That means you have put in the time. You have put in a lot of time to achieve that. If you actually have, look at this crease. You could somebody could put their penis in that crease and be satisfied. Look at the size of that thing. It's like an ass crack. My God, that's a neck roll. And another one here. That is a serious neck roll. Okay, back to the fight. Lamar Latrell in the background here as the lead singer of the Fat Boys gets out of the shot. Okay, here's this little kid. Daddy, it's happening again. Holy shit, man. This is terrible. Look at the kid. Latrell is throwing punches. Look at Latrell throw these punches. My God, he's actually leaning backwards while he's slapping. This is a 3-person slap fight. You got Latrell, Busta Rhymes is the opponent, and Shirley from What's Happening Here. They're all into it. Look at that. That's incredible. More chairs being picked up. All right, here you go. Raj's mom is now picking up the chair, and she's swinging it. Oh! And then this lady falls down. More chairs. Latrell picks up the chair. Did you see that? It was like he was inbounding a soccer ball. It was like that guy who threw the bobcat. Watch Lamar Latrell here in the wife beater. Pick up the chair and boom, he throw. That is great form, and it hits this chick in the jean jacket. Another one of the hefty quad band of seafood eaters, and it actually hits her, and it doesn't do anything. Oh, my God. And then the fight kind of goes over to here. So you have basically skinny guys and fat women. That's what the fight is. And then that's who's actually fighting here. Busta Rhymes gets hit with something here. It's kind of hard to make it out, but you see that something has hit his head, and then so much damage has been done. He's like covers up his eyes or something. He probably lost his vision right there. He's probably going to get really good at playing guitar. More chairs, more shit being thrown. And just, oh my God. Now they're kind of separating here. They're like, what do we do now? If we could, we'd pick up this car and throw it at you. All of those kids. Wow. That is an incredible fight, by the way. You can tell in my, now that the video is done, YouTube calls up other videos that I may like based on my preferences. And you can tell all I do is look at dodo videos of dogs and cats being rehabilitated. It's really great. Look at tiny deer. Look at this dog, 1.8 pound pit bull puppy is huge and handsome now. I love those. I love those so much. Look at this dog. All right, enough looking at dogs, idiot. The hell is wrong with me? Our new buddy in Ireland, Principled Uncertainty, writes, violent members of the underclass are hilarious. Make that your tagline. That's not a bad thing at all. Violent members of the underclass are hilarious. Oh, holy shit. Kate says the Good Times references those were not Good Times references. Those were What's Happening references. Come on. Hear Me Out, a Tom Martino, Eric Zane podcast, both going at it. I'm not sure who Tom is, but I'm going to have to look it up because Principled looks at a lot of videos. And Chris says the underclass. Well, yeah, I don't know that was the underclass. You're right, Chris. It might just be people. How about just violent members of society? Okay, because I don't know that they were underclass. If I say they're underclass, that's like a little racist, you know? Yeah, they're black, so they're underclass. No, I wouldn't say that at all. I mean, to be fair, if you're going to get into the Juicy Seafood Kickin Crab restaurant, it's just, to me, that's the upper class. So, yeah, I don't want to throw class into it. It might just be a little weird if I do that. You're absolutely right, Chris. I definitely don't want to do that. Okay. I hope you enjoyed that. If you are only listening to the audio podcast, you must watch that after the fact. and then tell me how I did with actually describing it in audio form. Okay, my gosh, what are you doing not wearing an Eric Zane Show podcast t-shirt? Okay? If you want to check out my merch, all you need to do is go to ericzaneshow.com and click where it says merch and shop away. It'll take you a little time to look at it all. There's a lot of stuff there. And so if you would, just think about it. You know, a t-shirt's about $20. There's a ridiculous shipping and handling charge. That is not my choice. That's just what they do to get you, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, merchandise is there if you want it. Check out the merch. The live stream and the open and the Juicy Seafood Kickin Crab fight breakdown brought to you by several sponsors. Superior Cleaning and Power Washing. That is our very own Throat/Dale. Yes, Dale spent a better part of 2 decades in the offering his services to the state of Michigan for little or no charge, based on a long career of being a felon. He's put that life behind him and has now turned legit. And for years now, he's been cleaning restaurants and power washing homes, driveways, roofs, landscaping, whatever it may be. And if you want the most professional and thorough work done for power washing, you got to call on Dale, 231-740-4098. Superior Cleaning and Power Washing. If you go to my website, ericzaneshow.com, and click on Dale's logo, Superior Cleaning and Power Washing, you will see some before and after pictures that are like, oh my God, is my shit that dirty? Yes, it is. Got to get it cleaned up. Thank you to Dale for being on board with the show at Superior Cleaning and Power Washing. Put him to work. You're going to love him. And, you know, if you're married, if you're a dad or a husband and you bring Dale over, be careful. Don't have your wife there because all the ladies, especially the MILFs, just fall for him. Diana's like, ooh, when's Dale coming over to do some power washing? Oh, my God. I'm like, yeah, stop it. He's an absolute hunk. He's just a bad boy. Ooh, I love the bad boy. All right. Thanks again to Cornhole America, cornholeamerica.com. Get yourself a set of boards, a brand new, professional, durable, last forever set of cornhole boards. Do not fall victim to spending the $40 or $50 or whatever it is, or even less, for the shit boards you get at any department store or whatever you get online. Okay? Don't do that. Get the best. Cornhole America. Are you going to pay a little bit more? Abso-freaking-lutely. They are the best, okay? So if you want shit, go ahead, buy your boards at whatever place, and then after the party, when they're broken, throw them in the garbage, okay? That's what you're going to do. Or drop, a handful of dollars more and get the best in the business with whatever logo you want on it. These are professional boards. They slide just the way professional boards do. They have the bounce of professional boards. It's under that type of scrutiny. Cornholeamerica.com. Go to their website and order away. The bags are even custom made. Everything is custom made at Cornhole America. One more. Prince Arming. They want to teach you everything you need to know to carry your pistol concealed in Michigan. This is a specific to Michigan business. Well, West Michigan, too, because that's where the classes take place. We've got an all-ladies class coming up in May. You're going to do it over 2 days, an evening and a morning, I believe. I think that's a Wednesday, Saturday deal. I'll double-check. But Prince Arming, you don't even need to own a gun, okay? All you got to do is show up, give them $125, take the class, you get the certification, then you go to the county and apply for your pistol license. They fingerprint you, they background check you, they realize you're not crazy. You get the license sent to you, then you get your pistol, carry it concealed. Everything you need to know. Advice, range time, all the certification, Prince Arming, take the class, and then you can carry your pistol concealed. It's that simple. You can call them, too, with any questions, 616-204-1705. Coming up here, we're going to talk about a couple of hot-button issues. Joe Biden versus... Do I say versus or verse? Kenny always corrects me. I think I say versus, right? Biden v. Catholics. We're going to get to that. And by the way, Biden spoke last night, and in this speaking to Congress, it's not called a State of the Union. He basically said, all right, with this credit card, I am going to swipe until I get tendinitis. Everybody's getting paid. Swipey, swipey, swipey. And he's going to tax the shit out of the top 5%. If you make a lot of money, you are paying for everyone. That's what he's doing. And now some people, well, I would say more than 50% are like, hell yes. So we're going to see where this takes us. Now, he can't just like sign the check. He needs approval from it. It's a pretty much an uphill battle. If he had it his way, he would have in his perfect world, he'd wave a magic wand and then everybody would vote in favor of it. And then he would have this blank check basically to spend and all these programs and entitlements and things like that. And then the Republicans are like, well, wait a minute here, dude. How the hell do you plan? This is in no way appropriate. So they are pissed off. Now, in reality, it's probably not going to go nearly the way he wants it to. There's going to have to be a lot of give and take to do the right amount of convincing in order to make this a reality. But make no mistake, he is doing the old invest in America. Now, whether or not that works, I have no idea. I am not the guy to ask. You also notice that I am not saying whether this is a good idea or a bad idea. I don't know shit. I'm not going to pretend to know. I don't care because I'm worried about Eric, as you know. I don't get into any of that. I'm just like telling you that that's actually what's happening. Now, some of you people are going to be like, right now in the comments, there's people freaking out. Oh, my God, can you believe this is the worst thing in the world? It's just so terrible. Oh, my God, you're just fucking... I'm getting emails from Dirk saying, how are we going to pay for this? He's fucking bullshit. Oh, my God, this is socialism. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Well, what? Nothing you can do about it. I mean, people voted him in. He has no idea what he's doing. He's just a placeholder. He's just reading. It's someone in his ear talking to him. Dirk is convinced, okay, Dirk the Turk, that he has someone talking to him in his ear and that he is defective mentally. Like he would be driving that car in front of me that drove right into that house. Dirk is convinced of that. Are you convinced of that? I'm not saying he, I'm not. Well, actually, I will say I don't think he is at all. I think he's fine. But oh my God. Dirk was losing his mind over this speech yesterday. Could not handle it. So I'm going to get into something about Biden, but it has nothing to do with what was said last night. Okay, it's Biden v. Catholics. But first, I want to get into this. Not long ago, last year, Joe Rogan and Bill Burr were together. Bill Burr was promoting something, and he went on Rogan's show. And Rogan started to go down the road of COVID. And Burr is opposite Rogan when it comes to COVID. In a lot of ways, I can't exactly put words into his mouth as to how he feels about it, but they're definitely opposite. Okay. And Burr is about wearing the masks and all. He's a lot like me, you know, get your vaccine, wear your mask, shut the fuck up, quit being an asshole. So Rogan starts to go down that road and Burr goes, Joe, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. So there's no way we should be having this discussion because we don't know what the fuck we're talking about. And it was hilarious. And that was it. And then they went on and talked about other things. So Rogan here, though, listen to this. There's two things he says. It's kind of like he says something that does make sense. And then he ruins that by saying something that makes no sense. The first thing he says that I believe is that he says this vaccine is safe. So I, of course, believe that. And then he follows it up with something that is so true about Americans today and why America will always have COVID. And the rest of my years, we will never escape this because of this mindset. This is why we will be dealing with this forever.
And people say, do you think it's safe to get vaccinated? I've said, yeah, I think for the most part, it's safe to get vaccinated. I do.
So at this point, I'm like, oh, well, nice. I'm glad you said that. I'm very happy because that's how I feel personally. That's my opinion. So I'm like, oh, cool. Joe Rogan agrees with me. I like that. And then listen to this idiocy. And the thing about Rogan is entertaining as he is, and how sometimes he is knowledgeable on things like elk and polluting his lungs with pot and MMA, and I don't know, whatever, vitamins and shit like that, and paleo diets. Outside of that, he has no idea what the fuck he's talking about. Okay? He just rips shit off and regurgitates it like it's his own. And then what he does is he sounds like he knows what he's talking about, like it's true. And the morons that listen to him regularly and take every single word he says as Bible, they then run with it. Okay, so this. He never ever says, this is just my opinion. He expects people to believe him. So listen to this stupidity of what this stupid asshole then says next.
I do. But if you're like 21 years old and you say to me, should I get vaccinated? I go, no. Yeah. Are you healthy? Are you a healthy person? Like, look, don't do anything stupid, but you should take care of yourself. You should, if you're a healthy person and you're exercising all the time and you're young and you're eating well, like, I don't think you need to worry about this.
Spoken so eloquently from someone who probably only thinks about himself. That's what this is. This is why America is the shithole that it is with COVID, and it's never going to stop because of assholes like this who have this mentality. I don't need it because I'm still healthy, and so I should not get this vaccine. Why would I run the risk, even though it is generally safe? I wouldn't want to run that risk because I'm healthy. Rogan goes on to say, my kids had it and it was nothing. You're right. You're right on all these things. But you are a dumb fuck. And here's why. People like him never understand that this disease is as contagious as anything. It spreads like wildfire. Look at the country of India. Right now, if 2 people get tested, 1 has it. They have a 50% positivity rate. If you were to look at the graph of how it's taken off, it's incredible, the leap in cases in India, okay? India, in probably 5-6 months ago, they had about 11,000 cases a day. 11,000. By the end of this week, they'll be at 400,000 a day. A day! And it's because of stupid thinking and poor brain power, similar to what Joe Rogan is describing there. It's that oh, I'm only worrying about me. You dumb fucking whore. Yeah, so big deal. I'm not going to get that sick if I get it. That's what he's saying right there. I would not get it. I'm not getting the vaccine. Idiot. If you get the vaccine and you're 21 years old and you are introduced to COVID, you're going to have a very, very, very small chance of transmitting it to the 90-year-old man. Okay? A very, very small chance. But idiots like him don't think like that. They only think about themselves. And when you only think small scale and in your own little fucking world, that's why this disease will continue to thrive. Okay? It's not about you, you dumb fucking twat. It's about all the people that you're going to interact with. Yeah, true. The 21-year-old, boy, I barely had it, but I infected 50 fucking people, 10 of which are now dead. You asshole. Oh, my God. And you know, the thing about Rogan is he's such a slut. He oftentimes walks into shit and then he just continues on like nothing ever happened. There is never, ever any balancing of the equation. It's just a stupid fucking opinion that is wrong. And then people go, hey, yeah, but Joe, what about this? And it could be maybe leading to a great discussion, but he's a fucking stubborn, ignorant asshole is what he is right now. By the way, I cannot believe how jacked that guy is. He is so fucking powerful looking. He's wearing this tight T-shirt. I'm like, holy shit, Joe, you look like a fucking bodybuilder. My God. And by the way, I really find it hilarious that somebody who can sit there and preach to everybody about what they should eat and the vitamins they should take and the things that they should drink pollutes his system with so much pot. And I'm not saying do smoke pot or don't smoke pot, but you cannot be there telling me how to be healthy and then be pulling in huge hits into the deepest part of your lungs and holding it there. And I mean, it's the fucking biggest bunch of bullshit I've ever seen or heard. How can you possibly do that? How can you preach to someone about health when all you do, you do the most unhealthy thing? Joe Rogan is a hard and fast nominee for asshole of the day right now. And we're early in the show. So if he pulls that off, that's going to be saying something. All right, moving on. I thought about this when I saw it, and I had Allison reach out to me. She says, are you going to talk about Joe Biden v. Catholics? Yes. Okay, so just a little bit of background here, just so you know. This is how it works for Catholics. And some of you are going to hear this, and I've talked about it before, and you're going to be like, oh my God, that is nuts. And frankly, either I didn't pay attention in catechism or they didn't do a good enough job teaching it. But what we as Catholics believe, okay, it comes down to the Eucharist. There's a point in the Mass when the unconsecrated hosts, as they're known, and some people call it the bread, and the unconsecrated wine becomes the body and blood of Christ. Like there's a moment that the priest says certain things, and we're all kneeling at these important, it's the most holy portion of the Mass. At this point in time, the host is transformed into the body of Christ, and the wine becomes the precious blood of Christ. It happens right there. It's a miracle every single Sunday. That is what we believe. You don't taste it. It's not gross. It's just that happens. It's a miracle. And that is tough sledding to try to convince people of. So this is extremely important that you are in a state of grace when this happens. When you go up for communion, it's not just a ritual. It's not a tradition. It's the most holy portion of the Mass. And if you are in a state of sin, you've committed another sin. You can't go up there and say, and he says, this is the body of Christ, and you say, amen. If you are, and like an hour before you cheated on your wife, you're fucked. You have now committed sin number 2. Oh boy. What you're supposed to do is this. And truth be told, okay, if you are in a state of sin, you're supposed to walk up there like this, and you don't take communion. You can go up, the priest or the Eucharistic minister will say, may our loving God bless you and keep you, and sign the cross, touch your forehead, something like that, and off you go. That's it. You don't do it. That is hardcore letter of the law Catholics. Does that happen? No. Nobody does that. Most Catholics are in a state of sin all the time. Few go to confession. The only way you get out of sin, I swear to God, this is all letter of the law Catholic stuff. Before Mass, usually on Saturday, every Saturday, there's a reconciliation or confession. Kneel, Father, bless me for Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Father, bless me for I have sinned. It has been 6 weeks since I've been to confession. Here is what I have done, and you laundry list it. And a good confession is everything. I've talked about this before. And, unpure thoughts, running a red light, judging, being mean, yelling at someone, touching yourself, looking at porno. These are all things that you must say this. At this point, the priest, through the power of Jesus, absolves you of your sins, and then you're free. Okay? The grace of God, Father will say a few words, and then he'll give you a penance. Sometimes it might be, I want you to do 3 random acts of kindness, or I want you to say 10 decades of the rosary. It's stuff like that. This is like the way it's always been. I didn't even know about this when I was growing up Catholic. I never taught you this. Either that or I didn't pay attention. But as I've gotten older, I've gotten in tune with what you need to do. So you're like, oh my gosh, Eric, this is very involved. I go, I know, but that's kind of how it is. I mean, different denominations have different ways of doing things, and this is letter of the law stuff. I'm getting most of this right. If I then am in a state of grace, I can then take communion. Now, 9 times out of 10, I am there, and I'm not in a state of grace. And I take communion. Pretty much everybody in that church does the same damn thing. Okay. Not a lot of people go to confession. It's hard. You have to talk to the priest about something. Sometimes that's unpleasant. So, to the letter of the law, that's what you do. Now, my sin is no different than anyone else's sin. And now, if I have the sin in my brain, that's between me and God. If I choose to keep sinning, that it does have to be reconciled at some point. All right? That's how it works. However, if I commit the sin and my priest sees me commit the sin, it is his job to withhold the communion, the Eucharist, from me. That's above board. That's within the set of rules, okay? So if I go and get divorced and I come walking down to get communion, Father, it depends on the priest, but some priests will say right there in front of you and the crucifix and the rest of everybody at Mass, you're not getting this. So you might be like, oh, what? It's like, well, hey, you have your job, I have mine. This is my job. You must be in a state of grace, and divorce is so that happens all the time. Very sweet lady who is what is that name of that judge in Grand Rapids? She's gay. What is her name again? She has short hair. She was going to St. Stephen's in East Grand Rapids. Oh God, that doesn't matter. She's a great judge. The church kept her from taking communion because, according to the church, it is sinful behavior. And I didn't make the rule. I'm just telling you that that's what they say. They say that sinful behavior, we cannot give you communion. And she talked about it on TV, and I'd love to say that's, that's it. You can't, that's the rules. You sign up for that. I don't support that. I mean, to me, that's between her and God. But to the letter of the law, the church is following their doctrines and their rules. And there ain't a damn thing you can do or say about it. You can sit there and judge the church all you want, but they're trying to be consistent with their belief system. So I understand that, and I respect that. Now, when it comes to Joe Biden, Biden is Catholic. And Biden has a stance on abortion. And you want to talk about the tip-top front burner stuff for Catholics. It's abortion. Oh, boy. I mean, the church on a local level, it's like, okay, who's going to sign up to go pray outside of the Planned Parenthood? That's true. Who wants to go pray in front of Planned Parenthood? And there's a sign-up sheet in every Catholic church. To sign up, go to Planned Parenthood and pray. That's what we do. My mother, God rest her soul, and Wally, that was a ritual. I mean, they retired from their jobs, and this is what they did. They'd go to mass. They would Wally would golf and pitch horseshoes. Mom would stay home and bitch about Wally pitching horseshoes and golfing. And then they'd go deliver Meals on Wheels. And then they'd go to the Planned Parenthood and pray for people walking in and out. So front burner shit is abortion. There is no way, no how that there should be any abortion. Period. They don't care. And truth be told, I kind of feel the same way about that. And, I've never really shied away about how I feel. But, I don't think that life should ever be taken, whether it's a baby's or whether it's a career criminal who's murdered 10 people. That person should not be put to death. I've always equated that to be that's above anybody that is human's pay grade. That's up to God to figure out. But that's just me. I'm probably going to piss people off with that, but tough shit. That's how I feel. But anyway, so the Catholic bishops are getting together and they go, all right, what are we going to do with Biden? He's like the abortion president, man. He's like all about women getting abortions. He is all pro-choice. The Catholics are like, well, he needs to stop taking communion. And so you got to understand where that comes from. That's all letter of the law. If the Catholic Church wanted to be consistent, first of all, think about this, you have to throw this in there. All of the priest abuse. If they want to maintain consistency, they need to continue cracking down on that. That was an ugly, ugly thing way back then. My God, you can't have any discussion about Catholics without bringing up the absolute most horrid thing that has ever happened in society. That was priests raping kids. So that's pretty awful. But at the end of the day, the Catholic Church is trying to turn that around. And if they're going to be consistent in every decision that they make, they need to keep Biden from taking communion, because it all comes down to this. If you're going to be out front of your sin and supporting abortion, that's it, man. You gotta, you can't, just like I said, if that sin is in your own brain, all right, that's between you and God. If you choose to go take communion, nobody's going to know, right? But if the priest sees that you've done something terrible, you're just not going to get communion. This is a very, very simple decision, in my opinion. You just say, well, President Biden, I'm sorry, but that goes wholly against everything that we've talked about. So you can still go to mass. You can still get the blessing, but you cannot. You are never in a state of grace if you are leading the charge to women getting abortions. It just doesn't add up. So the Catholic Church needs to act quickly and swiftly and strongly and assuredly against Joe Biden, in my opinion. They're going to talk about this in June. They're going to decide whether to send a tougher than ever message to Joe Biden and other Catholic politicians. Do not receive communion if you persist in public advocacy of abortion rights, period. And the Catholics can do whatever the hell they want. If you work at a Catholic school and you are gay, you're out. Their school, their rules, you don't have a say in the matter. And according to this article, at issue is a document that will be prepared for the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops by its Committee on Doctrine, with the aim of clarifying the Church's stance on an issue that has repeatedly vexed the bishops in recent decades. I don't know why it's vexed them. I mean, it's abortion. If you can so swiftly keep the Grand Rapids judge, what is her name? Smolinski, Judge Smolinski. If you can so quickly keep Judge Smolinski from getting communion, well, for fuck's sake, grow some balls and just lower the boom on the guy. And don't be apologetic about it. Stand firm in it. It's taken on new urgency now in the eyes of many bishops because Biden, only the second Catholic president, is the first to hold that office while espousing clear-cut support for abortion rights. Such a stance by a public figure is a grave moral evil, according to Archbishop Joseph Naumann of Kansas City, Kansas, who chairs the USCCB's Committee on Pro-Life Activities and believes it's necessary to publicly rebuke Biden on the issue. I agree. Because Biden is Catholic, it presents a unique problem for us. Nauman told the AP, it can create confusion. How can he say he's a devout Catholic and he's doing these things that are contrary to the church's teaching? Hard to argue. So what are you waiting for? Just do it. So we shall see. A 2/3 majority of the bishops is needed for work to proceed. God, you guys come down awful quickly on gay people, but it's sure taking you forever to think about this. I mean, that seems a little weird, right? Yeah, they need to just get a little tougher and quit worrying about what people think. That's your doctrine. That's what the church is founded on. That's what the church believes in. Just do it and it's his fucking problem. If he wants to do that, there are repercussions sometimes and things. And I'm not sitting there saying you should believe what I believe or you should believe what anybody else believes at all. And then I'm not judging you either for what you believe. You can sit there and argue with me that, but I'm not going to engage you because I'm not going to try to convince you. I'm just telling you what I think. And if you're Biden, I mean, you should expect this shit. That's the way it goes. If you're going to take that stance and you're the leader of the land, well, you might get kicked out of the club. All right. That's my opinion on that. My opinions are mine. You ever go to somebody's Twitter or their Facebook and they have to write, my opinions are mine and not my employer. And then they say something and get fired? What a drag. All right. I would love to talk about your business on this show. I just signed my latest sponsor. It's a company. No, you know what? I'm going to save it. I'll announce it tomorrow. I'll give them the big welcome tomorrow. And this is a sponsor that I think everybody is going to need at one point in time. At least you should. If you're into decluttering your home or you have work to do around the home, at some point you will need these people. And I'm excited about it. So I'll talk about that tomorrow. But if you want me to help your business, just send me an email. And a lot of my clients, it takes 3 months, 6 months or more to finally get them on. Because, well, first of all, I'm asking for their money. And they want to make sure that they have the right thing. So I'm very patient. In fact, the one that I'm going to introduce to you tomorrow, I started working with them in November. So about half of a year it's taken to get them on the podcast. That's how it goes. So I make this a very easy process on your terms. And all you need to do to start the ball rolling, get the ball rolling, is reach out, eric@ericzaneshow.com. And then I'm just going to tell you how it works. None of this costs you a dime. Everything's a handshake deal. Everything is easy, and I am at your service to tell the world about what it is you want to tell the world about. Okay? Eric@ericzaneshow.com. Thank you again to Senor Martinez, one of my first sponsors in this incarnation of the Eric Zane Show podcast. There's actually been 2. Joe Martinez wants you to call upon him for your AC tune-up. We are getting dangerously close to the month of May, where the price is going to go up to $79. You're probably going to have a hard time getting him to your residence before April expires. Reason why that is important is because it's $69 to get the AC tuned up. Otherwise, it's $79. But, not the end of the world, because that's still cheaper than everybody else. And here's how it is. The unit outside of your house, you're like, oh, boy, that's a thing that keeps everything cool. Well, okay, he takes the cover off, and then there's those little metal fins that you're not supposed to touch. And within those metal fins is all these tubes that's like super cold, and Freon goes through there. Well, the air passes through there, and then the cold air gets sucked into the home, and then it goes inside the home, and then it hits the area where the blower is, and then it blows it out through your house, and then, okay, great. Well, if those little fins are coated with all that pollen and dust and dirt and debris and shit, okay, the thing's going to work harder, longer to cool your home. You got to have Joe show up there and have him clean that thing and tune it up. There's all sorts of wiring that has to be checked. There could be a squirrel's nest in there that has been chewing on the wires. My God, you turn that thing on. Psst, you don't want that happening. Call Joe, 616-516-8579, A&E Heating and Cooling. If you are in West Michigan, call. You should see him twice a year. It's like the dentist. Once for the AC, once for the furnace. Do not let this slide. This is critical. And you're going to save money. If you haven't done this in years, okay, it's going to pay for itself this year because that thing's going to work so much more efficiently than it just, all day long, trying to keep your house at like 80 degrees while you're burning all this energy. It's running about 5% efficiency. Have Joe fix it and tune it up, and you'll be good to go. All right. I have a car dealership in Granville, Michigan called Sarah Honda Granville. This is their website. S as in Sam, E-R-R-A. Sarah Honda, S-E-R-R-A. SarahHondaGranville.com. Grandville. I don't know why I feel the need to spell all this. But anyway, if you're thinking about a car, shop there. See what they have on the lot. Brand new, certified pre-owned, or used. And then wander over there in person if you want. Please mention my name to any one of the fine professionals who can help you with everything you need. Car buying has changed. It's really a consumer's dream because the people who sell the cars, they know that with just a few strokes of the keyboard, you're as knowledgeable as possible. There's no way that old school tactics are going to fly. So basically, it has become easier for the customer to get what they want. That holds true at SarahHondaGranville.com. This is a top-notch professional organization. When you drive up, there isn't 15 guys standing around who work there, standing around the smoker's outpost going, and then, they're like racing over to see you. Hey, can I help you with something? They smoke in the back now. You don't even see them. Kidding. But there you go. So you can do it in person, do it online, SarahHondaGranville.com. Mention Eric Zane when you go in there. There's a dude named Thad. I just love saying that name. Thad. Thad Bond. Say hi to Thad. Tell him I sent you. Cameron is there. Say hi to Cameron. He's been there since Nam. My God. They keep their employees happy, and I just love them. SarahHondaGranville.com. All right. Been a little bit since I've seen how y'all are doing here. Someday when the machines delete themselves before they set us free from our word I don't know simulation, historians will look back in awe at Eric's ad reads. Principled uncertainty somehow is hooked on the ads. That sweet man in Ireland who listens to the show. Well, the thing about the ad reads are, if I'm going to take your time for several minutes on the ads, I better not read it. Any podcaster that you listen to or watch, they read it. And that sucks for the client. You can't just read that shit. You got to keep it in your fucking brain and tell a story about it. If you don't, it's unmemorable. It's just background noise. This is when people go bump, 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 15 seconds. That's how it has to be. Thank you, Principal. He then has a nice compliment. He writes, Eric is ridiculously talented. I don't know about that. That's very sweet of you. It upsets me that he has to wait so long for his comeback. What are you talking about? I'm in the comeback. I work from my house with my dogs. I can do this to the day I die. I'm coming back no more. Okay, I'll tell you what. Anything, that's a very sweet thing to say. I appreciate that. But anything else from this point forward is gravy. So you keep the expectations. What is the line that I always say? Okay. Gratitude must be higher than the expectations, and you will have a good day. That's all. That's the best piece of advice that I've ever learned from someone who is wiser than me. Thank you, though. You're very kind. So I got a couple baseball stories that I want to get to. I'm going to start with, let's see if I have it ready. course I don't. Where's my phone? It involves baseball player Miguel Cabrera for the Detroit Tigers. Now, this guy's a total classic. First of all, one of the he's a shoe-in Hall of Famer, first ballot Hall of Famer, and he's had a terrific career. And everybody respects Miguel Cabrera. In the game Tuesday night, in his one of his at bats, he was jawed by a member of the Chicago White Sox and accused of stealing signs. All right. He had hit a 445-foot home run in the first inning against Lucas Giolito to give the Tigers a 1-0 lead. He got frustrated because he believed that the White Sox, specifically second baseman Nick Madrigal, was accusing the Tigers of stealing signs. Now, this is if Cabrera's up to bat, and if there are ways that you can see the signs that the catcher is showing to the pitcher, and then maybe know what pitch is coming, and then be able to hit the home run. Now, I'm not sure how they were pulling it off at the time. Occasionally, you can have it where if there's a batter up to the plate and you have a runner on second, the runner on second has the advantage of what's going on that the catcher is signing to the pitcher and could see changeup, fastball, and he could throw a sign at the batter, and the batter knows what's coming. Not illegal. But, if you do that and you're caught, you're probably going to get hit in the face with a pitch. One of those, it's an unwritten rule of the game of baseball. And Madrigal was accusing Cabrera of doing this somehow. And he's like, no, fuck no. Now, I love Miggy because he's really thoughtful. And, English is a second language. He's from Venezuela. And his accent, I could listen to him talk all day about anything. And you better believe that if he's swearing, I'm really going to be paying attention because he gets pissed off here because the reporter brings up, hey, Miggy, they were accusing you of stealing signs. And this is what he says.
Came back after the foul ball.
I still got it.
Oh, yeah, I never doubted it.
Yeah, I still got it.
What did you say to Giolito in your second at bat when you came back after the foul ball?
No, it was the second baseman. Because he tried to tell the catcher and the pitcher we pass the side. I mean, come on, it's a bullshit. I don't play that game.
Oh,
you need to respect, you need to respect. You don't need to,
apologize for the wonky audio, but they accused me of passing signs. Come on, this bullshit is
tell the catcher and the pitcher we pass the side. I mean, come on, it's a bullshit. I don't play that game.
Oh,
you need to respect, you need to respect. You don't need to, show up.
You need to respect me doing it. I sound like a Russian.
Somebody or the running of second, try to say we pass the side from second. Come on, get the fuck out of here.
Oh, man.
Get the fuck out of here. All I've heard was words I can't understand, and this is bullshit, and get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's not right. That's
not right. Yeah.
They're playing off AJ. They're doing that because AJ's in the dugout.
I don't care what they're doing, but they need to stop that because we don't play that game. So that's why I say something to him right away.
Yeah, I noticed they didn't say a whole lot back to you either.
Yeah, everybody's paranoid about all this stuff right now. But
right. What they're getting at is the manager of the Detroit Tigers is AJ Hinch, who was involved in a big sign stealing scandal with the Astros a few years ago, and they ended up winning the World Series, banging the garbage can. So that's where that comes from. I just love that guy. There's a video from back in a number of years ago of Miguel Cabrera messing. He's hilarious. He's a really nice guy, and he's a giant, so nobody fucks with him. But there's a video of him when he's playing first base. Let's say a batter gets on base. Cabrera messes around with them, like sack tap or knocks their hat off. Look at He's bigger than everybody. He's a full head over that guy's taller than that dude. So Cabrera gets on first base with a hit, okay? And then this dude, Cabrera's messing with the guy, and the guy's like, hey, man. And then he gets pissed at Cabrera. Cabrera's like, what are you going to do? And then Cabrera goes to hit him in the balls. Watch this. Cabrera covers his nuts, and then he goes to hit that guy in the nuts. Okay, now Cabrera's playing first base. He's going to screw with this guy. There's the ump standing there. Puts his hand in front of his face so he doesn't see the throw. Gamesmanship. He's passing a Fig Newton. He's eating love this guy so much. Here, you want to eat one? You want to eat the Fig Newton? You're talking to the fans as a young kid. How you doing? That's great. Fans love that shit, man. Made that kid's life. Little Altuve of the Rangers. That guy, Altuve is incredible. He's like 5'2". He can hit the shit out of the ball. Cabrera lifts him up like a little baby. Oh, my God. Altuve, I think he's another Venezuelan player, and Cabrera untucking each other's jerseys. All right, I'm going to see this one too, I swear. This is all self-serving, but you might like it. All right. Altuve, he's at first. There's Cabrera. What the hell is Cabrera doing? This is going to take too long. That's embarrassing. Okay, here you go. All right. Cabrera's standing there. Altuve, little guy. This is the replay of how they did it. Look at Altuve. He pulls up Cabrera's shirt, and then he takes his lead off. That is awesome. Very funny. Cabrera. Look at how little that guy is. He's tiny. Holy shit. It's like he actually looks like he's got his arms are like of a little person. All right, that's enough of that. I love Cabrera. There's another baseball story I want to get to. And it is apparently the Pioneer Baseball League. It's an independent baseball league, and they are coming up with a way that they think is going to make baseball better. The idea is they are implementing a scenario that if the game is tied after 9 innings, they're going to have a sudden death home run derby. Under the rule, each team designates a hitter who receives 5 pitches, with the game determined by the most home runs hit. If still tied after the first knockout round, another hitter is selected for a sudden death home run face-off until a winner is declared. In addition to the knockout rule, the league is also experimenting with a designated pinch hitter rule, allowing a player to be pinch hit for this is all boring shit. All right. Okay. So the idea, all right, it's time for the sudden death home run derby. Okay. I remember back when hockey brought in, you had the overtime and then the shootout, and then the teams would just play to the shootout, and then the game would be solved that way. And it seemed like every other game was going to a shootout, and it sucked, and it did not work. It wasn't until they changed it to 3-on-3 overtime that there was some semblance to actually getting the game done in a quick manner, and then not ending in a shootout, which, by the way, that experiment all started in the American Hockey League, and they had so much success with it, they immediately implemented it to the National Hockey League. So this is the idea. If this works, is it'll start to work its way through baseball. Then you have now I think this is shitty. I think it's awful. Now, make no mistake, extra innings can be shitty. Baseball's trying to quicken the game by putting a guy in second to start the extra innings, but I mean, I don't even know if that's going to work, or, I mean, it appears to be helping to some degree, but I don't know, man. A home run derby to end the game? That just, to me, is asking for trouble, but I can understand why they would try it, but if they really want to quicken the game and then keep it, they should have like a wheel that they spin, like a big Wheel of Fortune wheel. And on every one of the spots is a different thing. It could land on, all right, it's home run derby tonight. Or it could be a base stealing. You got a guy on first, and the pitcher's going to throw pitches, and at some point, the guy has to steal. And if he's successful stealing, they get a point. And then you bring him back. You got to do it again and see who can steal the most bases. Or, I don't know, maybe it lands on fan pitches or something like that, okay? Or, this would all make it more exciting, more than just a home run derby. So you got base stealing face-off deal. You got home run derby. You've got get hit by a pitch contest. Maybe it lands on pitch with opposite hand and bat opposite-handed. Run the bases in reverse. You do one of those deals. Everybody smokes pot and gets high or does cocaine or LSD. The LSD game could land on that. You could land on if you spin it, it could land on brawl. And then right there, everybody just charges onto the field and kicks the shit out of each other. And whoever has the most men standing after 10 minutes is the winner of the game. These are all things that would. This is off the top of my head. I didn't think about this beforehand. I did this just now. Oh God, what else can we do? No umpires. No, that would take way too long. I don't know. If you hit a foul ball, the ball is live, and the fielders have to run into the stands to get it. And then, if the visiting team runs into the stands, the fans are allowed to throw shit at them while they're doing it, or maybe fight the guy, and oh my God, you got nachos and beer and pizza flying everywhere. Oh, I mean, why not? If you're already having a home run derby, you might as well expand it even more and have fun with that. That's just off the top of my head. I think that would work. That would definitely liven up the game. All right. For those of you who don't know, I do cameos. I don't want to get into explaining it because most of you know what that is, but just go to cameo.com/Eric Zane. They are personal shout outs. You're hiring me to talk to someone for you, offer words of encouragement, a happy birthday, maybe a new job, maybe you're getting a divorce and you're happy about it. Maybe you want me to roast your friends. I do this all the time. I'll even do it live on the podcast, which, frankly, out of all the tens of thousands of people on Cameo, there isn't one. There's not one. I am the only one who does it live on this podcast. If you specify, Eric, I want you to do this live on the podcast, I pick it up, I hit record, and off I go. It happens live on here. The recording is then uploaded to them, and then they get it. And then that's it. What more could you ask for? I do them for kids. I do them for people who don't know me. You specify how nice or not nice you want me to be with the directions, and that's it. And how much is that? $500? $1,000? No, it's $15.99. It's absolutely great. I don't make shit on this, but I love doing them. Think about it. It takes me 1 minute. Well, actually, my cameos are like 2 or 3 minutes. They're long. Vince Neil, the asshole from Motley Crue, all he does is goes, "Hey, how you doing, Derek? This is Vince Neil, and I'm here to kickstart your heart. Have a Motley Christmas and a happy Crue year. I'm fat." Done. That's it. That's all he does. He's an asshole. Oh my God. You're going to want, if I've had people hire me to do motivational speeches on the Cameo, and they want to run through walls when I'm done with them. It's the absolute best. And so again, I don't make shit on it. I just like doing it. I make it well worth. If you're gonna give me $15.99, which I get a percentage of that for 2 minutes of work, that works out to an incredible amount of dollars per hour. So yeah. That's fairly priced in my opinion. Some of these guys on Cameo is like $5,000. What type of asshole? If baby Jesus comes down and says, "Okay, on my list of things to do today, I'm going to end poverty. I'm going to cure cancer. I'm going to end COVID, and that's it. And then I'm going to sign up on Cameo and I'm going to charge $5,000. I am not going to pay for the $5,000 Jesus Cameo. I won't do it. There's no way in hell that I'm going to do that. If he priced it appropriately at like $15.99 and some loaves and fishes, perhaps. But there is no way in hell I would say, Jesus, I'm going to say the rosary, and at the end of the rosary, I'm going to let you know that your Cameo is way overpriced. People can't afford that. You need to lower the price on that because I love you, and you may be able to perform miracles, but you bless me with the greatest ability to do cameos, and you gave me way too much ability because there's nobody on Cameo that's better. I dare you to find anybody on Cameo that's better than me. Nobody knows who the fuck I am, but I'm still better than all those fuckers. Every one of them sucks shit. Brian Baumgartner from fucking The Office, the guy makes like $3 million a year, and I take it back. His are pretty good. They're nowhere near as good as mine, but his cameos are actually pretty good. Bruce is over there getting a drink. All right. So anyway, you go to cameo.com/Eric Zane and hire my ass. And I bring this all up because May 9th is Mother's Day. Man, if you hire me on Cameo, your mother is going to be so happy with you. She's going to be like, this is the most unique, thoughtful gift I have ever had in my life. You know, I always thought you were a shithead when you buy me like candy or a gift card or flowers. I always thought you were a worthless asshole because, you know, anybody can do that. But this is so unique and sweet. I just cannot believe you were so thoughtful to me. Whoever that strange, big-nosed Armenian goblin is, he really is awesome. And you are now going to get more inheritance because of this Cameo. Or the mother of your children. And holy shit, if you just do the run-of-the-mill shit for the lady who is the mother of your children, you're a real asshole. You got to make me part of that game. Okay? I think Bruce wants out. You want to go outside or something? I'm not ready. I'm not done with these folks. I'm not done. You want to say hi to him? Come here. Oh, my God. Come here. Come see me. Come here. Come on. Oh, I can't do it. Did you see Daisy got up? The second I pick him up, Daisy is going to try to bite him. And we do not want that. Okay, best part of the show right here. 2 sponsors. The Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage. I cannot imagine the terrible feeling you may have if after every month, at the start of the month, you got to send $1,100 and line the pockets of some scuzzy, slimy slumlord. Here you go. You know, he's probably making a couple $100 off of that $1,100. He's taking the other $900 and paying off the mortgage on the house that you're living in. Oh, my God, his equity's going up, up, up. He's making a killing off you, and you get nothing. You just got a roof over your head. That's good, but still, wouldn't it be nice to take that money and put it towards your own damn mortgage, and you're the boss? Some of you are like, oh, my God, I don't have shit for credit, Zane. I got like a 550 credit score. I suck shit. Yeah, I know. A lot of people have been through that. Mario's been through that. That's why he's the expert, and he's going to work very, very hard to make sure that you get a loan. All right, now, no matter where you are, I want you to call Mario, 616-902-2447. First off, tell him where you're living, what state, because he can't do this in every state. I just gave you the wrong number, by the way. 231-332-6505. That first number was for BK Guns and Stuff. Don't call that one if you're looking for a mortgage. Mario's at 231-332-6505. So this is what he's going to do. After you tell him, my credit stinks, and he's going to go, oh, God, this is going to be a tough one. But I think we can get this done. Now, no, you're not going to get the guy who's got an 810 credit score's mortgage rate, okay? You're going to get the credit score or the credit rate, the percentage rate that's, you know, kind of reflective of your credit score. But it's better than giving your money to a damn landlord. But there is hope at the end of the tunnel. If you stop spending your money like a dick, all right, and pay the mortgage off as quickly as you can, pay more than you owe each month, pay on time, your credit score is going to go up, 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 and you're going to be more responsible with your money and quit blowing it on stupid shit. Okay, that's called being an adult. Congratulations. The credit score goes up. You get a better loan. It's that simple, man. Mario can help you with all that. Now, not every mortgage guy wants to deal with somebody like you, but Mario will deal with somebody who's got the 810 credit score and you who's got the 550. And don't be scared away if you've got a great credit score by somebody like Mario who helps navigate this process for those who need a little extra attention. Mario is the best. Don't ever forget that. That's why the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage's name is right on the front of the new convention center in beautiful downtown Muskegon. That's why he owns a football team. That's why he just opened up 2 more offices in Michigan and 1 in Florida. My gosh, he's taken over the world. Thank you to Mario. My friends at BK Guns and Stuff are reminding you that if your weaponry needs to be repaired, call upon them. These hillbillies sit there day in and day out repairing guns. They're awesome. Customization, refurbishing, cleaning, firearms transfers. It's all part of BK Guns and Stuff. Find their website when you click on their logo at ericzaneshow.com or call up or text Benjamin at 616-902-2447. Send him a text. Fix my gun, bitch. And he'll tell you how to get it to him. Some of you can drive it right to his fear bunker, and the rest of you can actually mail it from no matter where you are in the U.S. That's true. Boy, man, you imagine mailing a gun? Fuck. There's certain things you got to do to make that happen, but it's very easily done. Okay. Before we get to the asshole of the day, tell me if you think this is weird. I'm driving to the hockey rink last night for the game. And, which, by the way, you may have seen this during the game. I wish I had the video up in front of me. But going into the third period, I'm finishing up the intermission. Excuse me. I'm on TV doing my thing. And then I've got a short amount of time before the third period starts. I go, oh, this is perfect. I'm going to go fill up my cup of water so I can have it for the third period. Grab the cup, walk down to the water machine, push the button. I'm filling it up, and then it dawns on me, oh, fuck. I forgot that at 30 seconds before the start of the period, I need to be back on TV. I forgot that I have one more spot to do. I'm like, oh, shit. So I'm walking back. I got this cup of water, and I look at the clock, and it says 50 seconds till the end of intermission. When it says 30 seconds till the end of intermission, I'm on TV. That camera's on. It's going to take me at least 15 seconds to get to my spot. I go, oh, plenty of time. My technical director is up on this perch looking down at me like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, oh, shit. So I got my mask on. I got this cup of water. I get up in this little studio setting that we have. I set the water down. I take off this hand brace. I set it down. I just drop it on the floor. And then I pull the chair to get it out of the way and walk to my spot. It's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just before I do that, I hit this sign. It's an enormous sign, about the size of this wall behind me. And it's like for effect. It has like Griffin logo with Joey Hicketts is on it, and he's looking tough. And it's part of my the decor of the studio. So it breaks, and half of it, it's now hanging precariously and swinging, okay? As it starts on TV, and now I'm like, hey, welcome back. And I've got to pump up the crowd in the stadium like a cheerleader, and it's going out on TV at the same time. So I'm looking at the monitor while I'm doing it, and I go, hey, let's make some noise. And then I look back, and this thing's hanging down, and then it totally breaks and falls. It lands on the cup of water and spills it. So this Exxon Valdez size spill of liquid is spreading on the floor of the studio stage. And I'm like, yeah, let's play Griffin's hockey. It's you may have seen it yesterday. I could probably have that ready to go. I wish I had it now. I can have that ready to go for tomorrow's podcast. That'll be fun to review that. Put a pin in that, as they say. Prior to that, I'm driving to the rink, and a billboard catches my eye. Now, here in Michigan, you can't go half a mile without running into a casino. Everywhere you go, there's a casino. There's another band of Native Americans who are just crushing it, man. And, there was a time when there was only like 1 or 2 casinos in Michigan on various Native American reservations. And then they changed the law. So now in Detroit, there's all sorts of casinos, and there's more and more Native American casinos are popping up. So they all look the same. And they're all, a lot of the casinos, when the other ones started opening up, were like, oh, man, we're going to lose all our business. Well, they didn't. It seems like it's gone up. It seems like somehow there's more and more degenerate gamblers going to fucking casinos. And so I'm driving to work, and there's a billboard for this one in Manistee, Michigan, called the Little River Casino. And just give you an idea of how the casino industry changes a Native American resort. Where I went to college at Mount Pleasant, there's a casino called Soaring Eagle. Now, when I went to school, it was only a pole barn with a card room. That's it. And you had about 10 dealers and maybe a few slot machines, and it was nothing. And, well, they learned very quickly in that year that they've made a lot of money. Can you imagine that? A college campus with a casino. I never much got into gambling. I have that disease that if I try something, I do it like I can't stop. But everybody goes to damn casino. Well, slowly but surely. When I say slowly, I mean like every month there's a new building emerging on this property. And if you ever look up the amount of money that the Native American people earn there from being a member of that band or tribe of Native Americans, I forget the breakdown, but if you're a very, very small percentage of Native American, you get paid. I mean, they like give you fucking money. It's absolutely fucking awesome. I have no criticism about what has gone on here. Imagine this reservation where most of the people there live in poverty for many, many years. All of a sudden, boom, it's like an oil rush. Holy shit, the amount of cheddar that comes into this place. My God, and these people that lived in shitty residences all of a sudden like, it's time to build, motherfucker. Oh, my God, it's really fantastic. So everybody goes there and spends all their damn money at these things. Now, at the Soaring Eagle, they really got it figured out because they kept building and building and building, and they built like a gigantic venue to see concerts, and they bring like really, really great acts in. And you know what they're doing right now is they don't have to worry about the state-mandated COVID shit because they're their own nation. They can do whatever the fuck they want. So state of Michigan's like, all right, everybody wear a mask, and you can't have more than 3 people in a stadium. The casino's like, fuck you, let's bring in Kid Rock. It's everybody, they don't give a fuck. All right? So everybody goes to the concert, and in order to go to the concert, you got to walk through the casino, so every jackass is dropping probably $500. It's fucking killing, man. It's incredible. So they're going to do anything they can to get you in the casino. There's a billboard for the Little River Casino Resort. It catches my eye. I know, what is that? It says, get your free COVID-19 vaccine at Little River Casino. This actually happened last night. They might be doing another one. Okay, now, does anybody see the problem with that? It says get your free COVID-19 vaccine at Little River Casino Resort. If it just said, we are a vaccination point at Little River Casino, and they announced it everywhere as in an effort. I mean, yes, Who the fuck is going to go to the fucking casino to get the vaccine? And as far as I can tell, isn't it free regardless? I mean, it doesn't cost anybody anything. So, of course, it's fucking free. So, I mean, fuck you, casino, for trying to get more people, more degenerate gamblers into your fucking resort casino with free COVID-19 vaccine. I found that to be really, really weird to me. Am I the only one that thinks that it's a little bit wonky? Stevie says she saw a velvet revolver at the casino. Gun Lake is building soon too, of course. All right. Yeah, that's what Jason says. Yeah, they're free anyway. So I'm a little bit curious as to what they were thinking about in the publicity department at Little River Casino. That's kind of a bad look, publicizing, come get your free shot at our casino, or go to one of the 8 million clinics or pharmacies in the state of Michigan, or you can still come to our casino. And you know what else they're doing? As an incentive, if you go to the casino and get your free Moderna vaccine, you get $10 in free play. Okay. Now that's just shitty looking. You're going to go in there and somebody's going to get $10 in free play and then probably spend another $200. Probably somebody who shouldn't be spending it in the first place. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but it sure seems a little weird to me. What are you doing? Why are you trying to get people there who into your casino through a free COVID-19 vaccine clinic? You're doing it all wrong. You got to bring in like 38 Special and Molly Hatchet for, some fucking concert or something like that. Or I don't know. Bring the kids to the water park, and if you have one of those, whatever it may be. What do they have? Entertainment at Little River Casino Resort. Let me see. Concert calendar. It looks like they don't have shit. Yeah, you see, you're missing the boat. Soaring Eagle's got it all going on. Why can't they do that at Little River? Snoop Dogg and Wiz Khalifa. Oh my God. It's like there's not a pandemic at Soaring Eagle. Machine Gun Kelly is going to be there. Hamilton, Harry Styles. Oh, no, wait a minute. Is that right? Am I looking at the right thing? No, I'm looking at Ticketmaster. Hold on. Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort. This place is incredible. Luke Bryan, my God. Oh, you know what would happen if Kenny were in town? He would be masturbating in his car all the way to Mount Pleasant because Lamb of God and Megadeth are going to be at the Soaring Eagle Casino Resort. My gosh. Tickets for this event, how much are they? Oh, God, it's taking a little too long for your old pal Eric. Limited inventory. This event is popular. I don't know how. Buy your tickets before the event sells out. Yeah, tickets, you can get them for like $42 on the hill. God, they seat a lot of people there. Jesus. All right. Snoop Dogg and Wiz Khalifa, Miranda Lambert with Lee Brice, Shinedown, Kid Rock with Grand Funk Railroad. I'm kind of over Kid Rock. I used to be so enamored with Kid Rock. I loved that guy. I think if he came out with a new album, I'd still listen to it. But I used to go to all the concerts. I had the Kid Rock belt buckle. I was like a fucking child. It's so embarrassing. My God. Okay. Michelle's going to the Shinedown concert. Okay. Principal says gambling is the addiction's worst character. You get to ruin your life without ever fucking a horse. Holy shit. Isn't the Kentucky Derby coming up this weekend? Isn't that right? I always love watching that thing. And down the stretch they come. All right. Asshole of the day nominees. I want you to be thinking about that. I'll go over the rundown of who potentially is your asshole of the day. Don't forget, Patreon is what I'd love you to check out. I know you love the free one, and I love you being part of the free one. That is a terrific compliment, you devoting any amount of your time to an idiot like me doing the kind of show that I do. It's awesome. If you ever like, hey, man, I'm going to throw Zane a bone. Looks like he's busting his ass. It isn't just charity. Okay, my Patreon is loaded with content. I do a bonus podcast every day of the work week, Monday through Friday. I've got Smarter Than a Former Drug Dealer trivia, which we skipped this week. I apologize for that. The Insane Asylum, me playing radio DJ. And not to mention the lost Zane recordings from my radio show 5 years ago. 2 full shows a week. And then, of course, the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast with a live Zoom audience. Okay? You're part of the audience. It's like a live show every Friday or sometimes Thursday. That's all on my Patreon. All the audio, recorded audio, is $5 a month. If you go $10 a month, it's the audio and the video and the live streams and the live audience and the chance to play Dale and Smarter Than a Former Drug Dealer trivia. My God. There's so much content on there. It's almost too much content on there. But there's got to be something in there that you like, okay? A lot of my fellow podcasters on Patreon give you 1 or 2 bonus episodes a week, maybe 2 a month. Man, if you're going to give me any of your money, I got to make sure you're getting quantity, plenty of quantity. So if you like what I do on the freebie, yes, that's what I'm asking you to do. Throw a few bones my way for the month. Try it. Just try it. If it sucks, cancel it. You get the rest of that month, and then we part ways. No biggie. I appreciate your trying. But if you like it, another incentive. I give you the full year for 10% off. You can always let it ride month to month, but I want to give you savings. A whole year, what is $120 for Tier 2? I'll give it to you for $108. Tier 1 is $60 for the year. I'll give it to you for $54. patreon.com/Eric Zane. That's called the hard sell. All right there. Nominees for Asshole of the Day. Talked about the lady crashing a car, limousine, driving. Man, that was scary. I still can't believe that happened. Yeah, I can't award her an Asshole of the Day. She doesn't know that the faculties are leaving. That poor thing. I felt so bad. State of Michigan for not having testing for old people when it comes to driving. Maybe I could get behind that. The combatants at the Juicy Seafood Kickin Crab fight. All those little kids seeing that horrible fight. That was terrible. Joe Rogan for dropping that stupid take about 21-year-olds shouldn't get vaccinated because the disease isn't going to hurt them. You're right on that. And at least you were right on saying that the vaccine is probably safe. But you're a fucking, you're being anything but selfless with that ridiculous attitude of, it's not going to hurt you, so what does it matter? You're an asshole. You are an asshole. In this regard, you are a fucking asshole. Probably not on everything. You make sense in other things. But in this particular thing, I think you're an asshole. Joe Biden, Catholics. I don't know if Joe Biden's an asshole for any of that. I don't know if the Catholic bishops are an asshole. What do you think? Baseball for making the home run derby in the Pioneer League. Anybody accusing Miggy of stealing signs? The Little River Casino for saying, come to our casino, you'll get $10 in free play, and you'll get the vaccine for free. A little fucked up. My opinion, we're down to a 3-horse race. Juicy Seafood Kickin Crab combatants, Joe Rogan, and Little River Casino Resort. You can vote for one of those 3. Crab fight, Rogan, casino. Crab fight, Rogan, casino. Lock in your votes now. Crab fight, Rogan, casino. In case you don't know, I donated a kidney December 2nd. It was the sweetest thing that I've ever been involved in, and it has helped me so incredibly much. You're like, Zane, what are you doing? Are you like virtue signaling? No. My point is, it changed my life. It made everything with so much more perspective. It absolutely was such a blessing for the little bit of uncomfortableness that I experienced. Oh, my God. And I'm just excited that because of that, the folks at Gift of Life Michigan reached out to me and said, we want you to be the ambassador talking about organ donation. Now, what I did is a little bit different than what I'm focusing on here. Live organ donation is a little bit of a different animal than what I'm asking you to do. I just want you to have filled out in the state of Michigan donor registry, you giving permission for medical professionals in the unlikely event that there's an untimely passing of you, that all those organs can be removed from you and given to people who are waiting patiently for kidneys, livers, heart, lungs, intestines, all those things, pancreas. Oh, my gosh. Gift of Life Michigan, thank you so much. Go to their website. You can find it by going to ericzaneshow.com and clicking on the Gift of Life logo. You guys are awesome. Thank you. And last but certainly not least, my pals over at Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, and EV. If you need any type of car repair done, this is who you call. Their website, ER. That's ERVINESE. I think I screwed that up. ERVINES. Why did I say that wrong? What an asshole. Irvines.com. Check out their Google reviews. You can make an appointment, say, hey, I'm dropping this off, or you can just drop it off after hours in the Dropbox area. Give a call and see what's up, and they'll explain it all to you. But seriously, the best in the business, Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids, Hybrid, and EV. All right. Principal, you are providing me with such amazing insight on the show today. By the way, I think I know your name now, and I know the podcast that you do, but you were a little concerned about me expressing that on the show, so I kept that on the down low. I haven't yet listened to it, but I'm going to. Right. Oh, man, I'm officially a Zaniac. I respect that dude. My brother refused my kidney. Wait a minute. You were going to give it to him, and he said, no thanks? That's weird. He said, no way, dude. I can't give you your kidney. You can't give me your kidney. Is it because he didn't? Wait, I'm confused. Crab fight gets a vote. Joe Rogan gets a vote. I got 2 for Rogan, 3 for crab fight. Let's see. I don't know. Who can I possibly pick? I've got a pretty split ticket between crab fight and Rogan. Adam says the oblivious old lady who drove into a house. Come on, man. I can't. She's not an asshole today. Sean Kurt, he's got a Frenchie. He gets 2 votes. He says crab fight. You know, I'm going to let you guys steer the boat on this one. I want to make it Rogan because I hate people like Rogan when they do shit like that. I mean, seriously, I think Rogan's idiotic comment has more of an impact than the crab fight. Dean always calls the people that are fighting animals, you animals, you disgusting creatures and animals. They were fighting like animals. It was ugly. And those kids sitting there seeing that shit, that was rough. All right, guys, I'm gonna relent on this one. I'm not gonna get on the Rogan soapbox. Chris writes, brother, have my kidney. Nah, I'm good. Yeah, it's the crab fight. The crab fight is there for you. A lot of ugliness there. Still fun to break it down. The crab fight combatants are your assholes of the day. Wow, what a ridiculous fight that was. For all those chairs being thrown, I don't think anybody was even really hurt except for that one dude. But, oh, my God. So that's that. Okay, folks. As always, you are the best audience. I appreciate you so very much. If you ever need anything about how to navigate my page or my site or anything like that, just reach out. I see, I think Principal might be, I don't know if you're having trouble signing up. If you are, It is patreon.com/Eric Zane on Patreon. Or just go to ericzaneshow.com and click on Patreon. It'll take you right to it. It's really easy to find. So, okay, that's it. It's a Thursday edition of the podcast. I got a hockey tonight. I'm sure something fun is going to happen. We're talking to this dude in the UK coming up at noon Eastern time. That is 5 p.m. in the UK. His name is, oh, my God, what is his name? Shit. Macron.com is his site, and he does the prank calls. At James Winder on Twitter. So James and I will be discussing what he does for a living, and that would be his podcast where he prank calls people, and he's just hysterical. I love this guy, James Winder. His show, Macron.com, is where you find it, MACRON.com. Puts together a show where he sits there for hours and gets in on people's live streams with fucking prank phone calls. I don't know how the fuck he did it, but he got into Mike Lindell with this moment.
Sir, breaking news here with a guest.
That's all Macron, okay? His crew, breaking news, and then they called Mike Lindell's phone. He picks it up. Oh, my God, on his stupid live stream. And then he yells, Macron.com, bitch! Macron.com!
Oh.
He thinks it's Trump.
On standby. Are you ready?
Yes.
Go ahead, sir. Hello, everyone.
We have the president here, our real president, everyone. Hello, Mr. President.
MacronShow.com, bitches. MacronShow.com.
Okay.
All right.
I
Sorry,
guess that
folks.
wasn't. I guess that was.
MacronShow.com, bitches. Macron Show.
Hello, everyone.
We have the president here, our real president, everyone. Hello, Mr. President.
MacronShow.com, bitches. MacronShow.com.
Okay.
All right.
I
Sorry,
guess that
folks.
wasn't. I guess that was. You see what they're doing? They're attacking us.
Then he makes a, oh, yeah, it's the left coming to get me.
They're attacking us, and this is what. That even came up. They're attacking into our phones. It came up that it was a legitimate number.
Call.
A legitimate. I know the number's coming from.
Oh, my God. Look at this. I just got the email. Eric, welcome in on Patreon. Principled uncertainty. Holy shit. There you are. That is so cool of you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I won't let you down. I'll try not to suck. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. All right. Where am I? Okay. Finish up with Jimmy and his music to finish up the show. I will talk to you in a little bit. I'll be live with MacronShow.com at noon on this same stream. It'll show up on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, as always, and it will be live. And you'll see him and hear him, and we're going to get his story about how it is he got in on Mike Lindell's show. Just want to talk to the guy. All right, so a lot more podcasting coming up with that one, and then there's the Patreon bonus podcast. I'm going to try to get the Patreon bonus done before I talk to Macron. It's 10:10 right now Eastern Time. I'm going to start podcasting at 11 a.m. Eastern Time sharp. There was a lot of bitching yesterday about I wish it would be a set time, so I'm telling you that today the set time is 11 a.m. Can't commit yet to a set time every day, but I'm working on it. So shut up. All right, talk to you guys. Thanks again. Bye-bye.